Hello and welcome to the KHVN exclusive. I'm Dr. Robert Ashley, and we thank you once again for being on our website right here at khvnam.com. What we're trying to do is go from local to global, so therefore we have a new avenue for you to convey your information, churches, businesses, and once again we thank you for being on our website with us. Now with us today, a very distinguished attorney, a very distinguished lawyer, a professional in the jurisprudence community with us today. We have the one and only attorney Steve Pipkin with us today. And first of all, Steve, it's an honor to have you with us today here on our Heaven 97 KHVN exclusive. How are you today?
I'm doing great, Robert. I sure appreciate you as well as the entire KHVN family having me and just allowing me to come into your space again and reach out and talk to all the family.
Well, I'll tell you, we just want to first of all thank you for all the great things that you've done for our radio station, and of course our listeners have been blessed as a result of working with a great band like yourself.
Thank you. Well, I tell you, I've gotten as much from it as they have, that's for sure. It's been a blessing to my family, to our practice, and just the feeling I get from truly helping the people out in the community who I know sometimes are not getting the same level of personal care and representation.
Beautiful. Now, you know, Steve, when it comes down to having a lawyer, it's very, very important. For our KHVN listeners, just tell us a little bit about your background. Who is Steve Pipkin? Tell us about the fact that you're a lawyer, you're a husband, you're a believer,
Absolutely.
And then we'll talk about some other things.
Well, I tell you what, first of all, he's definitely a child of God and strives daily to be the man of God as best he can. Steve Pipkin's married, been married 20 years, and has a wonderful family with 3 healthy daughters that God has blessed. Grew up in Dallas, grew up in the public schools of Dallas, and went to the University of Houston on a scholarship, got a marketing degree, left and worked 2 years, came back with law school scholarship, and then began practicing law and spent 10 years on the defense side. Defended some of those cases that the big companies had, and didn't get the personal satisfaction or the spiritual satisfaction, even in success. And for the past 12 years have represented the individuals like the members of the KHVN family here. And it allows me to charge lower attorney fees because I want to. It allows me to fight and take that case to trial when other people would try to sell it for less. And that's what I get back from.
Well, Steve, what are some of the kind of cases that you handle there?
We handle automobile accidents, of course, which we've done for 22 years at a high level. We handle wrongful death cases, which we've done for the last 12 years or more, dealing with 18-wheeler accidents, nursing home liability cases. Some of these areas that are a lot more regulated, a lot more complicated, and have expertise where you need to know the statutes and regulations in order to maneuver around. Some lawyers think that they can simply send a letter and it's going to solve itself, but it doesn't. So you definitely want to pick the right lawyer, particularly when you're looking at those more severe cases, because there are things that should be done instantly, and if they're not done, it can truly affect the value of your case.
You know, our KHVN listeners might be saying, well, wait a minute, he's a lawyer. There's tons of lawyers, but what is it that distinguishes the Pipkin Law Firm? Tell us about why people should consider your firm.
The one thing that we strive for is personal service and satisfaction. What I mean is, we've had the option, I've had the option to grow even larger and be like some of the other individuals that you hear on the radio on different stations or that we see on television all day. And what happens is they're too large. They become a factory whereby when you call that one particular lawyer, you will never get him on the phone. And you rarely get a lawyer on the phone. They give you a quote-unquote case manager. By design, we've made ours smaller. We take fewer cases so that if Robert Ashley needs to call his lawyer, he simply can pull up his cell phone and get Steve on the phone. And Steve will call back or text back. As opposed to other people, like I said, who, you know, some of those other lawyers, their head office is in Houston. They're not even in Dallas. So this allows you to have personal contact where you know you'll hear from your lawyer.
Now, you know, we all drive, we've got to go to and fro. If we're involved in an accident, what do we need to remember? What's the most important thing about being involved in an accident?
The biggest thing to remember is get the information you can using your technology. Use that smartphone. Pull out your smartphone, take a picture of the car that hit you at the scene. Take a picture of their license plate because often they may hit and run or you don't get their information at the scene. Or they may have a fake insurance card and you don't have a way of tracking them down afterwards. Call the police. Tell the police you're injured because medical doctors will tell you the pain and injury doesn't come for 24 to 48 hours. So at the scene, your adrenaline says, no, I think I'm fine. then you feel hurt later. If you call the police and let them know, yes, you're injured, you don't have to leave in an ambulance, but they will do a report. It will show you weren't responsible, and it will have the other person's insurance information. Make it a point to go to the doctor if you can, but contact an attorney so that you have the options you can to get you your treatment for your injuries, but to not make mistakes that are going to lower the value of your claim.
And we'd like for you to get in touch with this attorney, Attorney Steve Pipkin, and see how can people reach you.
They can call me at 214-780-0512. That's 214-780-0512.
And what about, are you on the internet?
Absolutely. We're at www.thepipkinlawfirm.com.
Amen. Well, everybody, we've been talking to a very distinguished attorney here in our Dallas-Fort Worth community. We encourage you to support him and his business, just like you're supporting us right here on Heaven 97 KHVN. Once again, we thank you for being with us for the interview, exclusive right here on Heaven 97 KHVN at KHVNAM.com.